We're back on the Hermitcraft server. It's episode 122 and it is good to be back. It's been a little while since I've been on here. I've been away all week on a filming trip, so I haven't been on the server in the slightest. I haven't been able to keep up with what people on the server are doing. I was away in Cornwall where just phone reception is just pretty much non-existent, so I have no clue what's going on. But my marketing strategies that I created for Sahara Now in the previous episode were so good that I think I should be returning to a ton of memberships. I mean, seriously, I was spamming the chat for like 3 nights. I had a scrolling banner in the shopping district. What more can I actually do? Well, okay, 50% of my advertising strategies have been lampooned. A little bit. I understand that this would have happened last week. I went AFK overnight on the night that I left. So I must have been telling everyone in the chat to go and do greens. Well, at least I have the big scrolling banner thing. Surely that will have attracted some attention. Here we go. Should be loading in now. Oh dear. Oh, what's happened to it? Oh, it's broken. Well, I wonder how many memberships I've sold then. None of my marketing strategies have worked out. This is not good news. I mean, can I buy one for myself? Can I buy myself a Sahara Now membership? My renaming is getting more and more desperate. It is now, can I get at least 1 member, please? I might get a second zombie so that we get varying messages through the chat. Right, give me a second. Many seconds of almost dying later. These two are my crew. We've got, can I get at least 1 membership, please? Take pity on me, get a membership. I think those are the perfect names. Right, let's do a few hours of AFK and just a little bit of advertising. And it seems to have gone well, because I have come back to a message in Discord from DocM77. Let's go and meet up with him. We can sort this out. Doc, thank you. Thank you so much.
Hello, Mumbo, man. Dude, I feel really sorry. Come here. Come on, here. Take these diamonds. I really feel sorry for pranking you, man. I know you have hard competitors.
Yep.
Iskall and Green have been stepping up their ad game like crazy. Dude.
I know it's been wild. I haven't been able to keep up. You know, when I saw your message, I shed a tear. You know, I've been desperate. I've been seriously desperate, and you could tell from my death messages from my zombies, my advertising campaign has gone full plead mode now. You know, please take pity on me.
No, but listen, man, if that makes you feel any better, I was actually really considering getting a Sahara membership. Okay. I have to say that the deals are really good, and you know, I was gonna ask you anyways if you would sell me one, because I knew the others, you know, were. Like, I think both have 4. Yep. And I would really like to see them head to head anyway, so I would have never bought one of them.
Right.
Two.
Yeah. So. They're going to have to fight to the death. That's how that's how that's going to be resolved. But yeah, well,
exactly.
I'm definitely still lagging behind, but you know, I've got a trick up my sleeve that hopefully should be able to get me back up level with them. And you were stage number 1, so we'll see.
Nice.
We'll see how the rest of it goes. But enjoy your Sahara Now deals. If you want to, actually, is that token's not going to work because I've renamed it to Thank You Doc with a crying smiley face.
Wait, what?
So
you scammed me?
Okay, no, well, I didn't scam you, but I'm just really useless at this Sahara Now stuff. I'm going okay.
Oh wow, what?
And don't worry, before all of you start shouting me down in the comment section, I did actually go back and give Doc his proper Sahara Now pass so he can get in. So that brings my grand total up to 2. I bought myself a membership. You know, I think it's a little bit unfair that the people who actually started Sahara don't get access to the great deals in Sahara Now, so I've given myself a membership token. I don't know if that's in the rules or not. Regardless, I'm still losing, big time. So to make myself feel a little bit better, I thought I'd come to a place that I definitely feel comfortable in. Big technical projects, big old farms, lots and lots of redstone. This is my playground. None of that marketing nonsense. This is the sort of thing that I excel at. And I mean, as you guys know, we've recently built a bunch of new farms. They're all working really, really well, but we do have a bit of a problem in that all of the storage systems are kind of all over the place. So the storage system for this one is just down there somewhere. We've got storage for the melon and pumpkin farm somewhere down there, and then the storage for the super smelter is in that gap there. The storage for all of the tree farms and the concrete makers and things is kind of off in that direction. None of it is centralized, and that makes my brain hurt a tiny bit, so I'm going to try my best to get everything into one place. And that means the first thing that I've got to do is kind of start from afresh. So I have to dismantle all of the original item pipelines that we've created, and then kind of go from square one. Now, taking down these storage systems and things in of itself isn't that frustrating, but then you start to realize that actually a lot of the chests are completely full. That's when things begin to get frustrating. Because every single one of these chests is going to explode with thousands and thousands of items. With that being said, we are going to end up with a ton of resources to trade with villagers, so I suppose that is one nice Brucey bonus. So with all of that removed, it's now time to create what I would call a universal waterline that runs through the middle, that all of the items are then going to funnel into. So that drops off there. That drops off there, this drops off somewhere over here, so I guess if we put it in line with a lot of this stuff, we can actually, without doing too much work, connect everything into it, and then I think our storage system is going to go somewhere over here. You know, even though it's been the case since Minecraft 1.13, which came out donkeys years ago, I still find it strange building water streams out of anything other than ice. I just expect the items to move really slowly, but in Minecraft 1.13 onwards, it's really fast. You don't actually need ice. So that one there is our sugarcane farm. That's all connected in. We have got one half of the melon and pumpkin farm. That's connected in, so they'll drop in there. Bamboo farm connected up. Other half of the melon and pumpkin farm running in there. I think that's actually all of the centralized farms. Then we just have to connect up the super smelter, and then the wood farm and the concrete farm, and then the cobblestone farm, which is about 9 miles away. Oh my word, that's all the way back there, isn't it? For the time being, I'm not going to worry about that one. Anyway, I'm running the items up into an item elevator, and then I'm going to push them across like this. We're going to push them into a chest somewhere around about here. And then that will push all of the items up against that edge there. And then this is where our line of hoppers are going to go. Which is a little bit close to that TNT machine. Maybe I'll move it across a tiny bit. I could even push it back. Yeah, that might be a good idea. It's difficult, you know? It's difficult to work out where to go in this place. I know we've got loads of space, but there's also loads of stuff in here. And on the topic of loads of stuff, we're going to need loads of stuff to actually build this thing. One thing that I hadn't thought about is how many hoppers and how many chests we're going to need for this storage system, because every type of farm that we have here is too fast for a single hopper to pick up the items. So we need to have multiple hoppers in a line to actually pick them up, because otherwise they'll just shoot straight past. There's too many items flowing in, won't be able to pick them up. With that being said, I'm around about halfway through building it, and it's not that high. So the number of chests we have is it's 3 chests high, but it goes quite a long way across, and that gives plenty of space for the speed, whilst also not using crazy quantities of resources. Because the way that I tend to use those farms is I'll AFK at them for a couple of hours. I don't tend to use them overnight because they're so big and I tend to get kicked from the server if I use them for too long. So I use them for a couple of hours, get a handful of resources, chuck them into shulker boxes, and then take them back over to my base. So we don't need massive quantities of bulk storage there, which is quite handy. With all the hoppers and the chests in place, it's now time to build up the actual sorting system modules themselves. And I mean, this familiar. Very, very familiar. I think I could build sorting systems in my sleep now. Is someone paying in cake? I feel like that's someone paying in cake. For Hermitcraft Season 7, cake should definitely just be the currency. We don't mention it at all. Again, no hermit mentions it. Just everyone is paying everyone in cake. With this line of redstone, that is all of the sorting system all fully built up, which means that the storage system is all fully built up, which means that everything is all fully built up. And that is sort of this project fully completed. The only thing that we have to do now is actually fill in all of the items, which means I'm going to have to work out how fast certain farms are and how much of the sorting system to dedicate to certain farms. For example, our bamboo farm, going to need a lot of chests. Our sugarcane farm, going to need a lot of chests. Melons, going to need tons of chests. Pumpkins, maybe not so much. And then everything else in between. I'm stuck. I tried to hide it, I really did, but I got fully stuck there. I had totally forgotten that we built this thing. Like, this absolutely massive super smelter up at the top here. I had completely forgotten about it. See, it's got all sorts. I spent ages trying to work out the best optimal design for shulker boxes and things. Shulker boxes in, shulker boxes out, everything. It worked, but it was always finicky. The new one's about 1,000,000 times better. Anyway, I'm currently out on a hunt to pick up some leather so that we can put the item frames into this storage system. Did I really get none from that cow? That's always disappointing. Oh boy, it's getting dark. Okay, there's going to be creeper holes all over this place. Thankfully, nobody ever comes here. This is what I like to call a high-risk break and place. I've managed to pull it off. Anyway, after about 2 hours of total faffing around and trying to get this thing completed, it is now finished. We had to replumb a handful of the lines. We've had to run certain things in different directions. I've now connected up our tree farm and our concrete farm to this thing. I've obviously put all of the items into the item sorter, which was an ordeal all of itself. For some bizarre reason, all the simple stuff just kept going wrong. Anyway, it's all in. So we've got 5 chests for sugarcane, 5 chests for the bamboo. Yep, that is bamboo. 5 chests for melons, 3 chests for pumpkins because they don't come in as fast, 3 chests for the wood because that really doesn't come in that fast, and then all of these chests are dedicated to concrete because we've got all the different colors. We've also got the things from the super smelter, so that is basically unsorted items, but they're all going to end up in those back chests there. Done. And I gotta say, it looks pretty cool from above. Not too far away, because then obviously all the chests unload, but when you're decently close, looks mega. Anyway, let's do something completely different now. The Villager Trading Hall. The Villager Trading Hall is a place that we worked really, really hard on, and then over the past couple of weeks actually, we haven't really done too much on it, and neither is Iskal. Iskal hasn't done too much work on his either. Our little competition type thing has taken a small hiatus while we've been working on the Sahara marketing and doing all of the other projects that we all have going on the Hermitcraft server, because we're all really busy. We're all really busy. We all have loads of stuff going on. But, you know, I was speaking to Iskal and I said to him, you know, when you don't have a deadline for a project, it tends to go on endlessly. So I thought it would be a good idea to set a deadline, but to make sure that it's not biased, because I could set a deadline that benefits me and maybe causes issues for Iskal. I thought we would make a redstone machine that actually sets the deadline for us. So all we're going to need is a bunch of redstone resources, which in typical fashion I've left them all over at the industrial area, so I'll have to pick those up. But then also we're going to need a little bit of terracotta. We're going to need... do I have any green blocks? Nope. Okay, not the best. Okay, not the best at all. I've got a little bit of that, so that's going to come in handy. And then what else do I need? Yeah, a lot of terracotta. Let's get some diamonds. And actually, I thought while I was over at the industrial district, which is just off over there, I would also run over and grab some dyes so that we could use them for some fireworks to make this just a tiny bit more exciting. And I'm going to try my best to craft a fireworks star without using Google. I can't remember what the glowstone does. I feel like it's necessary though. I've actually managed to do it. Is that a small ball? What happens if I put 2 bits of glowstone in it? No. Okay. Okay. What if I put 2 bits of... no. So I'm just going to get a small ball. I mean... how do you make a big ball then? Apparently it's a feather. A feather gets a bigger ball. What the... that doesn't make any sense. Glowstone is like a radioactive material that's come from hell. Literal hell in Minecraft, and yet that creates a small ball, yet a feather, just a thing that fell off of a chicken, creates a larger explosion. Mojang, you need to work on this. Oh, it turns out I'm totally wrong. Glowstone adds twinkle. Well, I don't mind that. That's quite cool, actually. I'll stop complaining now. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just don't listen to me. Now, I'm on my way to Iskal's place. I feel like this could mean something. I'm going to ignore it, though. And if I fly off the end of this into a lava, then yeah, I totally deserve everything that comes to me. Thankfully, I managed to survive the journey, so now I'm just in the process of constructing this thing, and actually things are going well. I'm almost considering, I mean, already has a comically tall forehead. I might just turn it into like a small tower. That's quite good, though. So I'm going to build up this little villager square here, and this is where. Oh, imagine how funny it would be. Oh my word! Oh, I've just come up with something. Give me a second. I really need to know. Did the name tags get dispensed onto mobs? Surely that's a thing. If that's not a thing, it definitely should be a thing. I feel like it is for some reason, but we gotta try it. Here is a chicken. No! No! Why is that not a thing? That would be the best thing. The very best of things. Oh, there's gotta be something that I can do here. There has got to be something that I can do here. I have got an idea. Here we have a renamed pumpkin. If I place down a villager, dispense the pumpkin onto the villager, and then kill the villager, does it drop a renamed pumpkin? He is really traveling at some speed. I picked that up. I think it does. So my idea is that inside this villager head right here, we're going to put a pair of doors up in this guy's forehead, which is going to look absolutely terrifying. When me and Iskall come together and hit the button, it will then dispense a pumpkin onto that villager's head. The doors will then open, we'll be able to access the villager, and that will tell us how many days we have left to finish our villager trading halls ready for judging. I think that's gonna be the stuff of nightmares, seeing some doors open up in this guy's forehead. Also, his wraparound eyebrow that he has going on right now is definitely a style that he should change. So I've managed to find a villager back here. Now, I feel like this is not the area that Iskall actually wants the villager to be. So I think I can say with some level of confidence that I can use this guy. He has no trades, he's not connected to anything, so I'm going to steal him. Trying to navigate this guy out of there without him dying was a bit of a nightmare. Anyway, he's out, he's in front of his nice temple that we've created here. Now let's start building up some of the redstone, but first I guess I should probably patch up this mess, shouldn't I? That is slightly terrifying, granted, but if I hit this button here, let's listen, so... Oh, that's interesting. The doors didn't open. What's all that about? As per usual, just one piece of redstone dust was missing. But now it is all fixed up, and everything should be in place, including the villager. So if we just close that up, and then hopefully... Oh, if we break this, what is actually going to happen? I suppose we need to make sure that he can't escape on either side. If we break the boat, he has popped out there. That's exactly what we want. And all I need to do is push him across a little bit so that he's standing over the dispenser, so that when the dispenser activates, we have ourselves a system. Alright. I think that just about does it. And as you can probably tell from that clip, I ran out of white terracotta, but now it's all been replaced, so it's looking actually quite decent. Our villager is in place, all looking good. And when we hit this button, we are going to put a head onto that villager, which is going to tell us how long we have left to build our villager trading halls. There are 9 heads inside the dispenser, and there are 9 different deadlines. So, we're going to find out. We're going to find out with Iskall at some point in the near future. But until then, unfortunately, that is all I've got time for today. I really do hope that you've enjoyed this episode on the Hermitcraft server. There's been a lot of variety. It's been a lot of fun to record. And if you have... yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, all that business. I forgot my own outro. I've had a week off. It's funny, isn't it, what a week off does to you? You forget even the most basic things. For example, today I went back to jiu-jitsu for the first time since being away. I forgot even the silliest stuff. I was being caught by things that I haven't been caught in since like week 2. It's it's embarrassing.